What's going on, everybody? This is John J. Gaming on the mic, coming at you guys with another episode of the Bluffton Beavers Dynasty here on NCAA 14. We are here in our conference opener for the first time in this series, where our Bluffton Beavers will be taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles, who are kind of struggling so far this season themselves, 1-2. So potentially a winnable game for us. Just gotta play smart, play fast, and see what we can do. With all that being said, hope you enjoyed today's video. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Let's go ahead and get into some game action, shall we? But with all that being said, it is now officially time to get Maction underway. As Jack Rockford and company is out and avoids a sack initially, but tries to scramble out of the pocket and does pick up some positive yards. Picks up 6 yards on that one. Nice gain for the Beavers. As we'll try to run the second play again. Hopefully we get more time this time around. We do. John Rodford going to scramble and get it to Chris McLean out on the right-hand side. First down for the Beavers. Not a flashy drive so far, but definitely a nice start that you want to see. As Rockford will try to look over the middle. He's got a man over the middle. And DJ Welgana for the first down. 19-yard gain. As Jack Rodford is on to a great start. 3 for 3 to start the drive. Let's see if he can make it 4 for 4. Trying to go over the middle, but he overthrows his man. He had Kurt White for a split second, but just threw it too hard. Went past Kurt White, and it goes into the hand of Tyree Estes. And that's how the drive ends. An interception. As the Eagles will end up taking over now. Still tied up at 0 apiece. Edwards going to take it to the left-hand side. He breaks the first tackle. Does get eventually brought down for a gain of 7 yards as Willie Edwards. That's the first play of the game for him. As a couple plays later, we do actually get him to a 3rd and 3. Let's see if we can get him off the field. But not only do we not get him off the field, this could be very bad. Going to the right-hand side. Only one more man to beat as Lamont Fields does bring him down out of bounds. But a 43-yard gain for John Brennan Jr. They don't go to him again, though, as Edwards looks around, going to try to throw it to the left-hand side. A beautiful touch throw to Xavier Harden for the touchdown. Eastern Michigan will strike first, leading 7-0. The Eagles with their first strike of this game. As Bluffton went free now on their next drive, so let's see if our punter can do something. As the ball's fumbled. Oh, we do not land on it, though. We had an opportunity to turn things around, but that simply didn't happen. So not only did they not get the fumble, but they also end up, allowing a ton of points right there, as Edwards will take it for another huge gain, 25 yards. Definitely not off to a good start early in this ball game, as Edwards go over the middle, go into Willis. John Paul Willis with a gain of 10. As basically second and goal, being right on the 1-inch line as the first down marker, but it won't matter. Another touchdown this time for Brennan Jr. as Eastern Michigan looks to open it up early. Already a 14-0 lead and getting another 3 and out for the Beavers. Jack Rodford and company having a very hard time moving the football after their first drive of this ball game, now with 2 straight 3 and outs. As now the Eagles continue to drive. 1st and 10. Edwards takes a shot. Looks like it's Scott Curry. Chef Curry in the back. Chef Curry with the shots. That's Scott Curry making that huge TFL. One of our better plays on defense today, as the Eagles do barely get to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and long coming up, though, as the Bluffton Beavers have an opportunity to get him off the field for the very first time today. Let's see if they can do it as Edwards dropping back, going to the left-hand side. It's incomplete. He had a touchdown, but the touchdown was not caught. So the Eagles will settle for a field goal, but it's well short. Bluffton makes its first defensive stop in MAC conference play. As we do get a studio update, Rutgers is currently leading the number 3 team in the nation in the Washington Huskies 10-0. Rutgers off to a great start. Coming back to our game, though, we did unfortunately have another 3 and out. So here we are with 1:40 left in the first quarter, as the Eagles are back running the football, this time with John Brennan Jr. they do actually a decent job of wrapping him up this time around. Doing good with the run contain, just having a hard time bringing him down at time, as tackling has been a little bit of an issue in today's game, as saw a couple of broken tackles there. We'll see it again with John Brennan. 3 guys go down, though. 4, 5, 6 tackles. And finally, Matt Smith brings him down and is hurt on the play, looks like. No, it's Scott Curry. Scott Curry is currently hurt. So backup's going to have to step in, as this team is extremely thin. Need as much help as humanly possible. Could be a learning moment for sure for the backups on the squad, as John Brennan's going to take it to the left-hand side again and does eventually get brought down. Gain of 5 yards on that one. It's another first down. 2 plays later, 2nd and 8. Going to be a screenplay to the left. Latimer reads it, but cannot get off the blocks. And now Sean McGee had to come up in there and prevent any more yardage from being allowed. First reception of the day for Brenham Jr. That takes him into the red zone, as the entire Bluffton Beavers defense, except one man, forgets about Willie Edwards, who kept it on that read option. And look at this. We do receive some injury news as well on this drive. Scott Curry, he's out for the rest of this ball game. So I honestly don't know who the backup is. I'm still learning this team to a degree. But we do hold them to a field goal at least. And here we are early in the second quarter, already down 17-0 as Jack Rodford takes a shot. That looked like it hurt, but Jack Rodford will stay in the game. So now 2nd and 10, trying to throw over the middle. He had Josh Gates, but the pass was not accurate, incomplete. So we'll try this thing again. 3rd and 10. Let's see if Chris McLean can get us at least a little bit closer. He does have some blocks, able to get by one defender, but is brought down. Gain of 6, still going to be a 4th down, but they think I'm going to punt it, but I'm not going to punt it here. Only need 4 yards. Joe Lemons has the athletic ability. Can he get out of bounds, though? He's got a lot of space, and he fumbles the ball. I was trying to slide, and I guess unless you're the quarterback, you can't slide. So the slide turns into a dive for Joe Lemon, and it turns into another turnover. 40 Eagles. So very devastating, as Joe Lemon had a really good run, actually. It's a darn shame that it turned into a fumble, but not much that we can do about it now, as they still hold on to a 17-0 lead. Brenham Jr. going to take it upfield, getting some heyday. A lot of broken tackles once again, able to rumble and bumble for a gain of 21 yards. As now 2 plays later, it's a naked rollout to the left-hand side. I read it was Sean McGee, but I could not get there fast enough. So it's another first down, looking to be another touchdown potential in this next play. As they do get to Andrews, he breaks the tackle. And it's just so frustrating that the defense is there today making, we've put them in the position to make plays. We're just not making the plays, and that means it leads to another touchdown. So Eastern Michigan still up 24-0. As we get another fumble, Tyson can't get his hands on it, doesn't know where the football even is. And that one, Tyson was there to make the play. Could have been the first turnover on screen for the Beavers in this dynasty. But instead, 1:15 left. Another drive for Eastern Michigan. Stop if you heard this before. As he does get a drop pass, Antonio Robinson only throwing 4 pass attempts so far. Imagine that will increase a lot, as they are trying to run this 2-minute drill. 5th pass attempt goes to the tight end in Stephen Washington for a gain of 15. Going for a first down. No surprises here. Eagles going to be rocking and rolling with that no-huddle offense, giving the Beavers such a hard time as it's almost intercepted. Colton Tucker had his hands on the ball, and that could have been pick 6. But of course, it was dropped. So instead, 3rd and 9, going to try to run the screen. It is so wide open, but naked open, as Parham Crow would always say. Easy first down once again, as John Brenham Jr. has 6 catches already in the first half. That is insane. So we go, 3rd and 7 again. Can we get some kind of stop, please? We might have to wait a little bit longer if we get it all. There's 28 seconds left. Eagles are driving, looking to get into the end zone one more time. Gonna hand off to Brenham Jr. He has a wide open hole and he takes it. Another touchdown for the Eagles. Just a tough day for the Beavers. As we do go into halftime in our very first MAC conference game, and we are riding that struggle bus, already down 31-0, second half coming. Alright, so we are here in the second half. Let's see if we can do anything right now, as it has simply not worked out for us. As now the Eagles actually, get the ball to start the second half as well, which is definitely pretty tough to take. As Robinson going to drop back the pass, throw over the middle to Harden. It's a short gain initially, but now it's a foot race. Only one more man to beat, and is brought down by number 40. I believe that's John Carey, the custom recruit, coming in and making that play. But still a huge gain for the Eagles. That gets him into the red zone, and now Junior has a wide open hole that nearly turns into a touchdown. Defense comes into the very last second to at least slow him down a little bit. But still goal line situation. Second and goal, going to Andrews. Left hand side, Sean McGee is there, but Dan Andrews wanted that touchdown more. Another score for these Eagles. It's 38-0. Can we find a, just some sort of spark? Maybe Antoine Hayden could be that guy. Kick return. Hayden down the sideline. He's got open space, but he gets caught from behind. 56-yard return, our best return all season long. And that could be what gets us going again. As we see the offense for the first time in a long time, as the offense has simply really struggled today. Just can't find any sort of rhythm. Jack Rodford trying to scramble, and that did not go well. So a third down coming up, third and long. Let's see what they do. Looks like a four verts. Rodford gonna try to throw over the middle. It's off the mark. Trying to get it to Bill Watkins. Goes for the incompletion, but we're on the plus side of 50, and I want points really bad. So going to go ahead trying to scramble with Joe Lemon, but they were ready for it this time. Did not give up any yards on that fake punt. So another turnover on downs. And guys, I got to tell you, if Eastern Michigan scores on this drive, I'm probably going to go ahead and sim out of it because it has simply not been a good day whatsoever. We have rode the struggle bus pretty damn hard today. It has not been good whatsoever. As Brenham Jr. gets out of it somehow, but now has open space. Should have been a huge loss. Was the exact opposite of a huge loss. And now it's 1st and 10 again. Gonna go to Brennan Jr. again. He's got blocks. Can somebody please get off their blocks? We're just really need to work on our block shedding going forward. It has been a real struggle so far today. As they'll go to, this time, Boone Jr. I think this is one of his first carries of the day, but same story though, 13-yard gain. Defense, or at least the rushing defense, has been, like a paper napkin. As Dan Andrews gets another touchdown, second touchdown for the fullback. So we took another bad loss as Eastern Michigan took us to the woodshed and just destroyed us utterly and completely. We lost 66-7, but we did get one touchdown scored. IT Thomas did throw a 26-yard touchdown pass to Brad Carter with like a minute left, but it was like complete garbage time. Honestly, we didn't deserve to score. I'm shocked that we didn't get shut out in this ball game. But you know what though? Even though that Eastern Michigan game went horribly wrong, I refuse to end the episode in that kind of way. Not today. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn this thing into a doubleheader. We are at home. We're playing Western Michigan. Hopefully just the fact that we're at home helps us out a lot more. Maybe we can put up a little bit more of a fight. Let's see what we can do against the Western Michigan Broncos. And also, if you haven't done so already, do me a favor. Please smash that like button as well as hit subscribe to the channel as well, because that would really help me out. Let's go ahead and get into this game, shall we? See what we can do. So maybe what we really needed as a team to come back to home, back at the home stadium after a tough road outing against Eastern Michigan. Let's see if the home crowd here at Bluffton University can help us out as always. The first play of the game Goes for an incompletion, trying to get it to Kurt White. Does not work out for us. As 2 plays later, already facing a 3rd and long. Jack Rodford dropping back, trying to throw it over the middle. But Aima, I don't know how to say that last name, but he had quite the hops. We did have Kurt White open, but just did not throw it high enough as he leapt up there to get that catch. And it is a 1st and 10 now for the Western Michigan Broncos. That's certainly not how we wanted to start this game whatsoever. And now the Broncos take over. Singleton rumbling and bumbling, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. And again, tackling has certainly been an issue. We were there to make the play, but yet we just could not make the play happen as we try to go over the middle. Do get a 1st down finally. Felt like it's been the first time in a while that I've seen a good play for this Bluffton offense. Kurt White gets a 16-yard gain on the play, as we're going to try to mix things up, do a little read option. If we're going to run the football at all, it's going to have to be through, these option plays. Because I don't think our offensive line is certainly not there to conventionally run the football and do it consistently. And speaking of which, we'll do a second option play, and this time it works out very well. Jack Rodford sliding down and picking up 9 yards for the 1st down. 2 consecutive run plays for the Beavers that work out well for us. You love to see that, as we'll try to throw over the middle, get it over to wide receiver Tommy Marks, who holds on to that football. A 21-yard gain, as we'll keep it rolling. 1st and 10. Rodford going to try to check it down, but leads him for some reason. DeBerry on the left-hand side takes advantage of it. It's another interception, as we're trying to throw it short, but then at the last second, Antoine Hayden decides to cut up field, and Jack Rodford, for some reason, threw it towards him. He was thinking that he was just going to stay there in his spot. At least I was thinking that. But now it leads to a Western Michigan interception, and now the Broncos take over once again. We do at least get Scott Curry back. He had a strained shoulder that took him out for the rest of the Eastern Michigan game. It's now 2nd and 6. Cardman going to try to get upfield with the quarterback draw, as Nick Cardman does end up picking up a 1st down, his 1st run of the day. It's now 1st and 10. Cardman dropping back to pass, going over the middle. He finds Crooms for a 13-yard gain on that one. 1st and goal coming up for Western Michigan as they look to take a quick 2-score lead. As they'll try to scramble with Cardman, but this time it's Scott Curry there to blow things up. Scott Curry there to light things up like a Christmas tree, just laying the lumber on Cardman. As now it's 3rd and goal. They're backed up, gonna try to make a play as Marshawn Foster somehow comes down with it. John Kerry was there to make the play, but he was just straight up mossed. So now Western Michigan has another touchdown. Down 14-0. No surprises there, as it's a tight throw, but somehow gets it through to Tommy Marks this time around. Gain of 17 yards. 1st down for the Beavers. It's now 1st and 10. Rockford going to take the read option once again. Actually showing a nice cut, getting away from one defender, and then swatting in between 2 other guys for another 1st down. Louise Rockford's having a positive day on the ground. See if we can get it going with the passing attack too, as we do get it to DJ Welgana for a 13-yard gain for the 1st down. Good for his 1st catch of the day. Now, once again, 1st and 10, going to Tommy Marks over the middle, who takes a shot but does hang on to that football, making it 2nd and short. Be interesting to see if they'll try to run it. No, we do some play action. Don't see that very often. Trying to throw it over to the left-hand side. We had a crossing route, but it was off target. So a 3rd and 2 coming up. Going to try to pass it. Running game, don't really trust it to get 2 yards here, to be honest. Going to try to get it done with the passing game, and it's a tight throw. DJ Welgana coming down to make that catch, but there's a flag on the play, and they're calling it holding on us. Antoine Hayden, who was in at wide receiver, was called for the holding, so that brings us back. Now 3rd and 6. Jack Rodford going to try to pick up the 1st down again as Kurt White makes a leaping grab. Gets absolutely land-shocked, but still holds on for a 1st down. But will the drive continue, though? 3rd and long again. Looking for a play to be made. Gets it to Sean McGee through a tight hole. 21-yard gain for the first down. And we are just a few yards away from cutting this lead in half. We'll give it to the fullback. Get it to Matt Graham, who gets in there. Touchdown, Beavers. As fullback U makes its appearance. Matt Graham getting on the board for the Beavers. And this thing is only a 7-point game here in the second quarter. Let's see how the Broncos respond. Let's see if they can add on to this lead. As it is incomplete. That play was broken up. It's now 2nd and 10 coming up. Cargman making an audible at the last second. Good drop back as well as he has a wide open hole. It's going to be eventually brought down by Lamont Fields. But just a way too big of a hole for the quarterback to run through. Just going to have more gap integrity going forward. As they're at midfield now. 1st and 10. Going over the middle to Crooms, who did have the catch originally but was released by Matt Smith, who jarred that thing loose for an incompletion. As they'll try again. 2nd and 10. Going to Foster. Over the middle for a first down. Gain of 10. First down for the Broncos. It's now 1st and 10 again. Johnson goes into motion, the tight end for this Broncos team. Getting it to Singleton as we do somehow bring him down. Looks like Scott Latimer was able to bring him down. Looked like a horse collar, but you know, play was for us, so not going to complain. Could have been a lot more damage done. As Latimer tries to make 2 tackles in a row. Can't do it. And now it's a foot race. As finally Nate McDonald and company does bring him back from behind. Should have been a sack, but of course the sack did not happen. As 1st and goal, Broncos, Christian Singleton finds the end zone with ease. Just a parting of the Red Sea. Western Michigan with another touchdown in this ball game. So now 4th and long coming up here. We do get 3 now, but you know, let's see what our punter can do. He has made some plays with us as there's a fumble on the play. It was bouncing around too, but our coverage team just could not get there fast enough. As they do end up recovering it. It's now 1st and 10 once again. Western Michigan set to take over. Cartman going to take it on the keeper, taking it to the right-hand side. He's got all the space in the world. Can Nate McDonald catch him? I don't think so. I'm just not running a good angle. So I really wish we would have gotten that fumble recovery because it leads to a 58-yard touchdown instantly. As Western Michigan is just simply pulling away right now. You know, scoring on virtually every drive, it seems like. And we just simply don't have an answer for it. You know, it just really shows that we don't have the talent. And you're wondering why you're seeing so many double headers. You know, I know what's going down right now. It's not going to be pretty whatsoever. There's another big run for Christian Singleton. It almost goes for a first down. And speaking of Singleton, there's another run for him. He does get to pass the first down marker. But it's not simply going to be pretty right now. You know, it's going to be a long haul, man. We are in this for the long haul. This team is not going to be good overnight. You know, and it's certainly showing right now as defense is in position to make plays, but we're just either not fast enough to get there to make the actual play, or when we do actually get them, it's a broken tackle. And, you know, we also can't get off blocks. Honestly, that should have been a touchdown, too. I don't know how that didn't happen. Christian Singleton stepping out the last second. But it's only a formality. 2nd and goal. Cardman going to the left-hand side, but it's incomplete. Maybe the Beavers will be able to make a stand on defense. 3rd and goal coming up. Let's see what happens here. 3rd and goal. Gonna be, looks like someone moved on the line. Looks like it's a holding. And it's going to go, you know, against the Broncos. So we're going to run things back once again. 3rd and goal now. Let's see if we can actually get that stop on defense. Johnson is there. We actually make a stop. We allow points, but it's only a field goal. You know, just little steps in the right direction. Don't think we're going to win this game still. You know, although there's still a lot of football left to play as we try to go to the right-hand side. Get it to Tommy Marks. A rare completion that goes for 19 yards. The Beavers are already close to midfield. And the Beavers look to drive more. Going over in the middle. Going to Tommy Marks again. 2nd time on this drive. An even bigger gain that gets them to the very edge of the red zone. Tommy Marks just a few yards away from eclipsing 100 yards as we try to throw over the middle one more time. But this time it's incomplete. Boone Bonega was there on the coverage. As 2 plays later, 3rd and 10 coming up. Rexford gonna have to drop back. Gonna try to get to Antoine Hayden. Jump ball, but it is incomplete. But we're just outside of field goal range. We're gonna go for it here, 4th and 10. Let's see if we can get it done. Rockford dropping back. Gonna try to throw a dart to Tommy Marks. It was there, but it was incomplete. As it'll be a turnover on downs. A promising drive for the Beavers ends once again in a turnover. Although it won't count in the box score. But the Broncos will take over with decent field position and 1:18 left in this first half. Let's see what the Broncos can do. Going to Sky Moore on the first play for 7 yards before taking their first timeout. As the Broncos still have 2 timeouts left. Cargman going to try to run the halfback screen. He's got some blocks. And he breaks a couple of tackles too and is able to get out of bounds. And picking up the first down too, which will stop the clock temporarily. As now, 2 plays later, Cargman going to scramble again. Nobody really watching over his quarterback, or if they are, they just aren't reacting fast enough. As Cargman is, as you can see, over 100 yards rushing. As now Sean McGee is there on coverage there and gets, turned around. You hate to see that as a defender. Had no idea where he was going. As these Beavers look completely out of sync right now. Another 3rd down coming up, though. Maybe we can get a stop here. And no, it's a dart over the middle to Damari Robertson. Heck of a throw by Nick Cargman. Another touchdown for the Broncos is how how we go into the locker room. Western Michigan does go up 38-7 at halftime. Second half for this portion of the doubleheader will be coming soon. Alright, man, second half, and it was a pretty rough one, finding ourselves down 38-7, and Western Michigan even starts with the football to start the second half, and it looks like a lot of the first half, because that man looks like he could be gone, like a girl in a country song, as Lamont Fields does eventually break him out of bounds, but just a huge gain, as the Beavers have really struggled today on defense, not really doing, much of anything, just really riding that struggle bus so far today. As now, 2nd and 4. Going to be a handoff to Singleton again. Able to pick up some yardage to pick up the first down. For the not for the Beavers, for the Broncos. As another 1st and goal is coming. Cargman going over to the right-hand side. He finds Sky Moore. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And another score for the Broncos. Now makes this 45-7, and we have barely started the second half. They might be able to set a record for most points scored in a game if they keep up this pace, as it has not been a good time for the Beavers so far. Returning home, first conference game that they are hosting ever at Bluffton University. As 2nd and 8, going to just dump it off to Chris McLean. That does pick up the first down for us. Gain of 9 yards. Chris McLean with his 2nd catch of the day. As we'll keep it going, 1st and 10. Rockford dropping back, going to the left-hand side, and we get baited. And we get baited by, looks like one of the safeties of Western Michigan, as he was watching over that corner route the whole time. Rockford just did not see him, and it turns into another interception. But there is a silver lining. We actually get a stop, and now it still remains 45-7, but would love to see our offense find some more traction. We did get 1 touchdown in the first half, courtesy of a fullback score. But let's see if Jack Rockford, man, I'm just really riding the struggle bus right now. It's Jack Rockford. Picks up 5 more yards right there. As we're facing another 3rd down, we have really struggled on 3rd downs, but again, we struggle at a lot of different things. Rockford going to drop back, get it to Josh Gates, and does pick up the first down easily. The timing that time coming through for the Beavers. And it's Josh Gates' first catch of the day. He's been one of the better receivers on the Bluffton Beavers roster. But he's been held quiet so far. Only his first catch of the day. As we do try to throw to Antoine Hayden over the middle. That's incomplete. Robert Gray breaking up that pass. As now, 2nd and 10. Rockford dropping back. Going to go over the middle. Finds. Who is that? That is Julian Cook actually making that play. And he, one of the reserve receivers on this team, but that time coming through and making a catch for us Might be one of his first catches of the season, so congrats to him. So now we cut to 2nd and 10 now. Rockford dropping back. Gonna try to throw it to the right-hand side. We had DJ Welgana, but we overthrew him. So it counts as an incompletion. Should have been a big game, but it is what it is at this point. 3rd and 10. Rockford gonna drop back. We have Kurt White, but somehow don't see him. We go to Josh Gates, but still goes for a first down, so I'm not complaining. As Josh Gates gets his second touchdown, or not, second catch of the day. 1st and 10 now, going to Chris McClain once again, the custom recruit tailback. Starting for the squad, a 7-yard gain. It's now 2nd and 3rd. Rodford trying to go over the middle, but it's picked off again by that linebacker. 43, another huge jump. Boom, Bohemia with his 2nd interception of the day. Jack Rodford riding the struggle bus. 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, as it just continues to be a slaughter in the favor of the Broncos. Holding a 45-7 lead now, and Cartman going to the left-hand side, going to Crooms. He breaks a tackle, and he looks like he could be gone like a girl in a country song. With Scott Curry can get in there. He does make the tackle at the very last second. An 84-yard catch, which according to NCAA 14 does go as the longest pass in NCAA history, set by the 2000 quarterback from Purdue. It was definitely Drew Brees, but Singleton's going to get on the next play anyway, and I think that might be the cue to go ahead and sim out, because this is not going our favor whatsoever. I'll see you guys at the end. So the good news is that we actually scored a touchdown when the game, had some sort of resemblance. We were actually only down 17-7, so, that's good news. The bad news is we still got our ass kicked, and we got our ass kicked pretty badly, allowing 69 points. Not nice. And, ended up losing 69-14. But, since we made it longer and we actually scored with our starters, let's check out the stats for our guys on an individual level. So Jack Rockford had the start for us, and it was absolutely rough. Only 50% completion percentage, and also threw 4 interceptions. That 5'8" frame really starting to show, and has a hard time getting out of the pocket too sometimes. It just is really difficult right now. IT Thomas also came in and played some snaps, and he wasn't much better. He didn't throw any interceptions, but also was only 1 for 8 for a whopping 13 yards passing. For the ground game, we actually did have some positive yardage, including 2 touchdowns. Rockford did lead the team in rushing yards, did have 25 total yards on the ground, which is not too shabby. Chris McClain and Matt Graham also found the end zone, each with 1 touchdown apiece. Matt Graham with positive yards, whereas Chris McClain, despite 9 carries today, had a -1 yard today. For our receivers, one person that really showed out, I guess the only person that really showed out, is Tommy Marks. He had 6 catches for 125 yards and was able to get the job done today, only having 1 drop in the process. All of the other receivers today were definitely locked up for sure. The defense had another rough day at the office as well. Giving up 69 points doesn't feel good, but there are a couple of brighter notes. Sean McGee and Scott Curry were all over the field today, each with 9 total tackles to their name, which is nice to see, those 2 being all over the football field. We also did get a sack from our former defensive captain, Kevin Hall, who did have, 1 sack, and also contributed 4 tackles in today's game as well. And look at this, in garbage time, we forced a fumble, and we got a fumble recovery, and it was off of a field goal / punt block as well, so that's nice to see. Good to know that we at least forced 1 turnover this season. Still looking for a turnover when the game actually matters. Alright, so while we played better against Western Michigan, we still have a long way to go. Thankfully, we still have 7 more games, and even though we have 7 more games, I think there's only 2 things that I'm looking forward to at this point. Got the inaugural Hammer game between us and Defiance College, and then the off season. We can finally see some improvement in our team, because we can only go up from here. That being said, we just gotta go ahead and focus in on Ball State. They're currently 3-2 on the season. Not the most talented team in the world. Just gotta try to put it together. Hopefully we can get something going here in this MAC conference play. Until then though, if you have enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash that like button as well as hit subscribe if you do happen to be brand new to the channel. This is John J Gaming on the mic, hoping you guys are all having a wonderful day. Take care everybody.